Good morning students, welcome back to my class. You see, I am drinking water. Water, it is very important for all of us. All living things need water to survive on earth. Nearly 70% of earth's surface is covered with water, but the drinking water, or you can say the usable water, it consists of only 1%, which exists in the form of rivers, lakes and streams. So you see that only 1% of water is usable to us. So we should save water and we should conserve water in many possible ways. Water is a colorless, odorless and tasteless liquid. It exists in all the three forms of matter in nature: solid in the form of snow and ice, liquid, water, and gas in the form of water vapor and steam. Since water can dissolve many things, so it is also called the universal solvent. Our Earth is called blue planet because over 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water. Water is found everywhere, in the oceans, lakes, rivers, underground as groundwater, and in the air as water vapor. Every living thing on Earth depends on water for its survival because it supports life. We get water from rivers, ponds, lakes and rain. We also get water from ground by using wells, hand pumps, etc. The water in rivers, ponds and lakes, etc. is not pure. Many things like dirt, mud and germs are mixed with water and make the water unfit for use. The substances that make the water unfit for use are called impurities. Impurities are of two types: soluble and insoluble. First, soluble impurities. All those impurities that can dissolve in water are called soluble impurities, and all those impurities that do not dissolve in water are called insoluble impurities. Insoluble impurities can be removed by sedimentation, decantation and filtration. In sedimentation method, a mixture of water and insoluble impurities is allowed to stand undisturbed in a container for some time. The heavy insoluble impurities settle down at the bottom of the container. This layer of impurities is called sediments. When the impurities settle down, clear water is left above the layer of impurities. After sedimentation, the clean water is poured gently into a separate container without disturbing the sediment of impurities. This process is called decantation. The process by which very fine insoluble impurities can be separated from the water by passing it through a suitable porous material like paper is called filtration. The impurities which does not pass through the filter paper and remains behind on the filter paper is called residue. The clear water which comes out of the filter paper and is collected in the flask below the funnel is called filtrate, and this whole method of purifying water is called filtration. Soluble impurities present in water can be removed by the process of evaporation, distillation, boiling and chlorination. In evaporation method, the solution containing soluble impurities like salt is heated. After some time, the water gets evaporated and changes into steam, and the impurities are left behind. In evaporation, water mixes into the air in the form of vapor and only impurities are left behind. But in distillation process, both impurities and pure water are obtained. In distillation process, impure water is heated in a flask. On heating, water changes into steam and impurities are left behind in the flask. The steam passes through the condenser. Here it cools and changes into water again. This water is pure and is collected in a separate flask. So, distillation is the process in which pure water is obtained from a solution by evaporating and then condensing the vapor is called distillation process. The water obtained after distillation from a solution is called distilled water. The impurities remain behind in distillation flask, whereas the pure water is collected after condensation process. Distilled water is the purest form of water. This water is used in car batteries, science experiments and in medicines. Impure water is harmful to us and leads to many diseases, so we must drink pure water. We can purify water by using the methods of boiling, chlorination, filtration and also using water purifier. The commonest method is to boil water for at least 10 minutes. Boiling kills the germs present in water and makes the water pure. It is the simplest way to purify water. Addition of chlorine tablets in water to kill germs and to make water pure is called chlorination. The simplest way to make drinking water safe at home is to filter and boil it for 15 to 20 minutes. We also use commercial water filters for filtration. Nowadays, electrical water purifier is used to get pure water. In most of the houses, RO water purifier is also used.